Well, hey y'all. So today I have a very practical, down and dirty episode for y'all with 7 things that you can fix in 5 minutes or less to increase conversion from your website. Now, don't get crazy. These things are each going to take 5 minutes. You can't do all 7 of them in 5 minutes, but really you could set aside, 30, 45 minutes and really knock out some tiny tasks on your website, but they pack a huge punch when it comes to conversion and clarity and really serving your people and making your website do its dang job and get you clients. So you're going to want a pen and paper for this one so that you can write these things down and then pop them into your workflow, your to-do list, however you manage your life, and actually get them done. All right? All right. Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing with me, Faith Hannon. Do you want to grow your business with organic marketing and finally feel like you can understand SEO? Are you scouring the internet for how to get more website traffic, SEO for dummies, and how to market on Pinterest? Have you tried to grow your business with SEO and blogging only to get frustrated and quit because it's overwhelming and too time consuming? Been there. Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, Jesus lover, copywriter, blogger, wife, wrangler of tiny humans, and barrel racer. And let me tell you, I didn't have time to waste sorting through SEO and keyword strategies that either didn't work or were so over my head I couldn't understand them. I honestly thought that SEO and blogging only worked for people with a PhD in tech jargon and a whole team of employees, until I learned these secrets. Good SEO strategies don't have to be complicated, and creating and marketing great content doesn't have to take more than a couple hours a week total. So pop in those earbuds, slam some coffee, and let's grow your business with simple organic marketing and a healthy dose of biblical encouragement along the way. So I don't know about y'all, but saving time and doing things quickly and efficiently and really putting my time and effort towards what matters, y'all, it is the name of the game right now in my life. With just 2 small kids and homeschooling and another baby on the way and all things fall and prepping for holidays, I am just constantly thinking about getting the most bang for my buck and being the most efficient that I possibly can. And so I came up with this episode because I'm like, man, everybody needs things that are going to be fast and effective for their business and every aspect of our lives. Let's be real. So one thing that I want to touch on before we jump into the 7 tips is, obviously, I'm a firm believer in SEO strategies, right? Right. We all know this. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter how great your SEO is, doesn't matter how much traffic you have, if when somebody gets to your website, it sucks. And all of the factors for conversion are poop. Unless you have like an ads-based website and blog, which is not what I teach, so y'all know that. But when somebody, when we put all this time and effort into getting found on Google and creating content that is helpful and useful and going to rank, and then somebody comes to our website and it just doesn't jive with them, or it's unclear, or it's clunky, like all of our SEO efforts are wasted. And how sad is that, right? So again, obviously the SEO is important, but your conversion and your copy and your actual website is important as well. I can't help but picture, I'm sure y'all have seen that meme. It's like a sign on a gym where it's like, grammar school is important, but muscles are importanter. like I kind of want to say that, like, SEO is important, but copy is importanter. Knowing that importanter is not a real word. Don't worry, all of my former English teachers, I know that, I promise. So just kind of as a bonus to this episode, if y'all have not listened to episode 5, episode 69, episode 116, and 117, make sure that you add those to your queue so that you can listen to those as well, because they will walk you through several other website copy and conversion tips that all play in really well with these 7 tips. All right, we're jumping in. Ready? Tip number 1, Tip number one, if you hear nothing else, please hear this. Is there a clear buy now or book now button in the top right-hand corner of your website? When somebody first pops open your website, is there a very, very clear, this is how you pay me dollars, this is how you buy button in the top right-hand corner of your website? All right. Tip number 2, I want another buy now button in the very center of your above the fold section. Now, the above the fold section on your website is what somebody sees before they scroll. Just as if they were to look at a newspaper and see that newspaper, what they would see before they opened up the newspaper or like flipped it open. So the above the fold section of your website, we've talked about the copy there a ton, but the above the fold section of your website is literally the most valuable piece of real estate on your website. It's the most valuable piece of real estate on the internet for you, really. And if you don't have a clear way for somebody to buy your stuff up there, you are missing so many opportunities for conversion. Okay, now tip number 3 goes with this, right? 1, 2, and 3 all go together. Tip number 3 is, does the font and the button stand out? Y'all, I am all for pretty things. Please believe me, I love pretty things. But your buttons need to be so clear. People need to be able to see that dang button, to see the font. Like, the prettiest font in the whole wide world does not matter if somebody can't read it. God bless all the little script fonts. I love them. You love them. We all love them. But if I have to squint, if I have to tilt my head, if I have to think twice about what that letter is in that beautiful script font, nope, done, bye. Your button, your font, especially on your buy now buttons, needs to be so clear. I would always rather have plain Jane here over fancy Fanny. Also, I just made myself giggle. So there's that. It needs to be plain, it needs to be crystal clear, okay? Which leads me right into tip number 4. Is what your customer is getting, is what they're getting crystal clear? There needs to be absolutely no room for confusion on what the end result, on what the product, on what the deliverable is that somebody is going to get from working with you, from purchasing your product, from whatever. If there is absolutely any room for doubt or for confusion, rework it. Y'all, you can pay my 6-year-old to help you with this. Which I think is, I talk about in episode 116 or 117, somewhere in there. Like, if you cannot explain what you do, if you cannot explain the transformation, if you cannot explain the deliverable, the main win that somebody is buying, if you can't explain that to my 6-year-old or even to my 3-year-old, y'all, like, you're getting too fancy with your language. This is honestly something that I work through with students and clients so often. We spend so much of our time on getting crystal clear on your offer, because the more clear you are on your offer, the easier it is for somebody to decide if you are the person for them or not. Okay? If you are clear on what somebody is getting from you, then somebody else can be really clear and really confident to purchase from you and up your conversion rate. All right. And shameless plug, if y'all are struggling with this, then, and you just need some one-on-one help, then feel free to purchase either an hour of coaching, or if you're ready to just have your website copy like done and SEO friendly, then you can purchase a VIP day with me. Those VIP day packages are limited, and they are done the middle of November until after I have this baby and come off of maternity leave. So if you are considering a VIP day, here's what we can do. You get 6 full hours of my time, my team's time, our uninterrupted brain time, where we work together with you to hash out your website copy, to hash out your SEO strategy. And when I say I can get a lot of stuff done in 6 hours, I mean I can get a lot of stuff done in 6 hours, because we don't mess around. So you can truly have your website copy and your SEO strategy completely done for your whatever pages we get through. It's usually 2 or 3 pages in a day, and it's phenomenal. The results are phenomenal. The feedback has been phenomenal. And so if you're considering a VIP day, make sure you get that discovery call booked. And I will tell you straight up whether you're a good fit for that or not. And we'll get that on the books because y'all, this baby's coming in December. So I'm not booking any more stuff after December for a while. All right. And if you just don't need that much time and that much strategy, you can book a 1-hour coaching call. All right. Now, tip number 5, ready? Is you need to be so clear on how your person gets from point A to point B. And that needs to be clearly communicated on your website. You don't need to give them 87,000 steps. You need to give them 3 to 5. And it needs to be an easy to understand language. I feel like that's the name of the game. But they need to know, like, okay, how do I go from, disorganized to organized? How do I go from overwhelmed to streamlined? How do I go from my dog acting like a fool to well-behaved in public? Like, what are the steps? Okay, generalized steps, but what are the steps? And then the number six thing for you here, number 6 tip to change in 5 minutes or less is how many steps does somebody have to take to make a purchase from you? I want you to walk through the customer experience. How many clicks do they have to make? Now, depending on your point of sale system, whoever you're using to deliver your PDFs, your courses or whatever through, like there may not be that many things that you can cut out, but there may be some things that you can cut out, right? Like make it easy for people to give you their dollars. It should not be hard. It should not be hard for somebody to buy from you. All right. And tip number 7 is probably one of my new favorites and one that I'm honestly working on my own sweet self is to cut out excess words. One of my favorite copywriters and somebody that I learned from says that if she can stand over your shoulder and pay you $100 for every word you delete off of your copy, you're going to get down to the nitty gritty and really every word on that website is going to matter. Now, I tend to lean more towards the clear than the fluffy side of things anyway, but I want you to go through your homepage copy and think, can I delete this word? Can I delete this word? Can I delete this word? Cut out the excess, y'all. Ain't nobody got time for long, boring copy. Ain't nobody got time for long, boring anything, okay? So if you can cut out excess words, get to the point and be crystal clear in literally everything you say and do, not only is it going to help your person make a decision faster, but it's going to help them build confidence in you. It's going to increase your conversion rate and ultimately make that SEO strategy that you've been working so hard on really pay off because, y'all, I want that traffic to start looking like dollars in your bank account. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to shoot an email over to info@faithhannon.com. We love to answer your questions. If you have anything that's like, hey, could you cover this in a podcast? Shoot that on over in an email as well. And if you're looking to book a coaching spot, a 1-hour coaching spot or a VIP day, then get that booked stat. And in case y'all didn't know, I outline a lot of this website copy stuff / mostly all of it inside of the organic marketing framework. So I pray that y'all have a great rest of your day and you just take these 7 easy tips, set aside 35, 40 minutes and knock them out and look and track the conversion increase from your website. All right, y'all, we'll talk with you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.